My name is Delaney McMahon. I work as a technology support specialist for the 4J School District, and I'm a proud member of my union because there's a lot of things that are out of our control in the world today, and local action, like being involved in your union, is one place where you can really make a tangible difference for yourself and your community and your coworkers.
I'm a bus driver. I support our OSEA bargaining team and our union because they're putting in the work to support classified staff, and that in turn supports the children, the education that they get of the future generation. They're putting in work to make sure that we have access to not only our own furthering our professional development, but also the way that we access safety and the safety of our students by making sure we have access to the information we need to accommodate students, but also just to make sure that these students feel safe and supported. There's a lot of things that happen that maybe aren't always seen that are done by classified staff, and it's important that we recognize we have not achieved the support that's needed for those people. I hope that in being part of this union, we can continue to work towards those goals, and I'm excited to be a part of that.
My name's Gavin Nogan. I'm a SPED assistant at Will Gillespie, and I support the union because right now they're fighting for better wages, safety, respect, ability to organize education workers in Eugene. Education workers in Eugene deserve more than what we're getting. We deserve more than to live paycheck to paycheck. We deserve more than scarcity and starvation and fear every single month. We deserve more than being wiped out by one missed paycheck, one accident, one tragedy. I'm support the union because education workers deserve more.
Hi, I'm Robin. I've been a union member since I joined OSEA and 4J since 2003. There you go, okay. 2003. My dad was a union member. My grandfather was a union member, different unions, but I just feel that unions are very important to get workers' rights where they need to be. Yes, my dad was a shop steward, actually.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He was pretty high up there. He felt it was pretty important, and I went to union meetings as a child.
We live better when we work together. That's true in and outside of work. The union is a force to correct the historical disinvestment that's happened in our communities, working towards a better future for ourselves and for the next generation.
What would you like to see result from the bargaining session right now that we're going through?
I would like the district to wake up and have some self-awareness around the blatant mismanagement of funds and all for the sake of looking good, and realize that you do not look good. And when we show how much money you've wasted on lawyers, you're going to look even worse. I think there's time for reflection. I think we've hired way too many upper management, middle management figures, and it's come at the cost of frontline workers, and it's come at the cost of our students' school experience.
What would you like to result from the bargaining and renewing our contract this time around?
I would like a commitment to fully staff classified positions. I think we budget, we know the need is there, the need is greater than we're even aware, but yet we choose not to invest in it, we choose not to take it seriously. And by I say we, I mean our leaders, our school board, the executive leadership of 4J.
When I first started, I didn't think the union was that important, but I joined, and I think it's important now because we're in bargaining, and I see them fighting for us. They've done a lot of good things for at least transportation where I work. We've gotten bonuses to help us out, and especially during COVID and stuff. So I just think that they're doing good things right now, and it's a perfect time to be part of the union.
Thank you. And what would you like to see result from the current bargaining?
That everybody gets a fair contract, a fair wage. Everybody's at least where I work. And I mean, I'm a 12-month employee, so I'm doing okay. But I see my friends that are living paycheck to paycheck. And so I would like them not to live paycheck to paycheck. And my phone's ringing. But anyway, I just want a fair contract.
We all work really hard. And so the union is important to me because as hard as we work, our employer doesn't always do right by us. And so I feel like we have to stand together to take care of each other and support each other.
What would you like to see result from our current bargaining?
We really need a fair pay, cost of living increase. We are the lowest paid at this 4J school district. Everyone knows that housing increases and food inflation affects the lowest paid people the most. So we need to support all of us, and especially the people who need it the most, so that we can continue to afford to live in Eugene and serve and help these wonderful students that we work with.
It's important to me to be a union member. I grew up in a union household, and I knew that we had it pretty good because we were in the union. And if we weren't in a union, we would have been still buying stuff from the company store and had nothing instead of having the good life that we had. Also, it's come up lately where we've had questions on the workplace, on our job duties, and sometimes your supervisor, you're not sure if they're over asking. You want to be a good team player, you want to be a good worker, but then at a certain point, it just starts feeling like, well, is this in my job description? Should I be doing this? And then the union, they know, and they know if they can come back to you and say, well, yeah, this really is in your job description. And then you know you need to go back to being a good team player. Or if they come back to you and they say, wow, they're really out of bounds. And then you know it's not just your gut feeling, that it really is something that needs to be addressed. And the more and more we overgive at the workplace, the situation just gets worse. We get more and more understaffed, and that's not good for the kids. And we're really there for the kids. So it comes back to just things being in balance, and they can really help with that. The main thing I would like to see coming from the current bargaining is a decent cost of living adjustment, which is called the COLA. And I'm an ed assistant, and I'm honestly not making enough to get by. I'm not keeping my head barely above water. I'm living off the credit card. I can't keep my car maintained. I can't even get to work. I mean, I can, but there's going to be a time where my car breaks down. What am I going to do? And I just want to get there and get to work so I can help the students.
Why is the union important to you?
Ooh, it's important for so many reasons. It provides protection for employees, lets us bargain collectively so that we're not individually trying to talk to our bosses to get pay increases. We can work together to get better benefits, better pay, and just be a community and of helping each other achieve what we need for success in our workplace, including safety and anything that we need. We can work together to get.
What do you hope will result from the current bargaining?
Obviously, COLA, but the safety article and actually having meaningful stuff in the safety article that we can use to hold the school district accountable for safety, because our working conditions are students' learning conditions. So safety for us is also safety for them.
Hi, my name is Kara. I'm a OSEA union member for 17 years. What's really important to me about the union is solidarity with my coworkers. The slogan, together we bargain, divided we beg, is really true. There's power in numbers, and the things we are looking for is respect, dignity, and a fair wage.